Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So good morning to one and all.
Good morning, miss.
Good morning. Good morning all.
Good morning.
So, okay, let's start the session. So do you remember the topic which we learned? Just talked about the topic in the last day class. Do you remember the topic? Yeah. This topic have started. Yes. Sixth chapter from geography, manufacturing.
Manufacturing industries.
Yeah, very good. Manufacturing industries, and we have talked about only about the manufacturing industries. Do you remember the importance of manufacturing industries? So first of all, for the growth or development of the economy, what we are needed, the development of industries are needed because all the three sectors like primary, secondary and tertiary sectors are moved hand in hand. Okay, so these three sectors are important, and among them, industrial sector should create a lot of employment opportunities, increases foreign exchange earnings. It creates or it is a precondition for eradicating poverty and unemployment from our nation. Okay, and the good quality product are also needed for compete in the international market. This is one of the drawback of our industrial sector. We couldn't compete in the international market in the present day of globalization. And so due or lack of certain technologies. Okay, so still we are needed some kind of improvement or changes are required. Next, we started about what contribution of industrial sector to national economy. So contribution of industrial sector to national economy means what is the total production or what is the total contribution to GDP, gross domestic product. Hope you all are knowing about the meaning of GDP. So what do you mean by GDP? The value of all final goods and services produced in an economy during 1 year. Okay, so this is called the GDP. So here we have to know about what is the contribution made by the industrial sector in GDP. Okay, so we can continue the same. So hope you all are remembering about the contribution. So over the last 2 decades, the share of manufacturing sector has stagnated. What is the percentage of a share of industrial sector to GDP? Do you remember what is the total contribution? Or it is stagnated over the last 2 decades? Very good, children. The total contribution made by the industrial sector is only 17%. And out of this, 10% should be coming from. So 10% of production should be coming from mining, quarries or quarrying, electricity and gas. Okay, the remaining 7% only have came or should come with other industrial sectors or other firms. Okay, so this is very lower. This percentage is very lower in compared with other East Asian economies because their contribution is almost 20 to 35%. Okay, so 20 to 35 or 25 to 30. So almost or around this is the contribution made by other East Asian economies or other developed countries. So compared with other nations, our contribution to GDP is very, very lower. Okay, children. So the trend of growth rate, in the first chapter of economics, we learned that development contribution of industrial sector or the trend of growth rate in each sector. So employment is more or high even in which sector? Do you remember, children? In which sector employment, growth rate of employment is very high, even in which sector? Yes, very good. Primary sector, that is agricultural sector. Okay, we have learned what are the reasons why the agricultural sector is receiving more number of employees, but production is very lower. So the trend of growth rate in manufacturing sector over the last decade has been around 7% per annum. Okay, growth rate in, which means that what is a growth rate? The employment, the providing employment opportunities, or what providing the developmental situations, etc., has provided only 7%. That is known as the growth rate. Okay, so the trend of growth rate in manufacturing sector over the last decade has been around 7% per annum. And the desired growth rate over the next decade, or the government has decided we should improve the quality, or we have to improve a little bit in our manufacturing sector. So they have decided that over the last decade it was 12%. Okay, so some improvement has made in agricultural sector because it is also needed for the development. So in overall, the contribution to national economy or contribution to GDP is very, very lower from industrial sector. There is lot and lots of reasons behind this, because lack of investment. This is one of the problem, lack of investment. Even the private sector is not ready to invest more because they will not get enough profit from the running of a particular business, or they are not getting enough support from the government side, or government is also not decided, or they are not ready to start any kind of businesses, new businesses. Okay, so these are some of the reasons why lacking manufacturing sector in the present world. Okay, children, so this is contribution. The overall production in the GDP is 17%. Among 17%, 10% should be coming from mining, quarrying, and electricity and gas, and remaining 7% is only coming from other industries or industrial sectors. It is very lower in compared with other East Asian economies, because their contribution to GDP is 20 to 35%. So the growth rate, or the trend of growth rate in industrial sector is 7%, but over the last decade it has been 12%. Okay, so this situation can't be it is not continuing in the economy. So we have to be changed the situation for improving the quality of producing or production capacity of the industrial sector. Our government has established one of the council. Okay, to improve the productivity of industrial sector, our government has been set up one of the council. That council is known as NMCC. It's a 1 mark question, children. Not it is a 1 mark question. To improve, what is the aim of NMCC? What is the aim? To improve the productivity of, what is the aim of NMCC? To improve the productivity of manufacturing sector. Government has been set up NMCC. So not in the expansion of NMCC. Some question papers. This is also asked, what is the full form of NMCC? Write the full form or expansion. National Manufacturing Competitiveness or Competitive Council. Competitiveness Council. Okay, this is the full form of NMCC, National Manufacturing Competitiveness Council. Do you understand, children? So what is the aim of NMCC? What is the aim of NMCC? It is mainly set up for, what is the aim? This is also a 1 mark question. What is the aim of NMCC? What is the aim of NMCC? To increase the productivity of manufacturing sector. Okay. So 2-mark question. 1 mark is to write the expansion of NMCC, National Manufacturing Competitiveness Council. And the aim of NMCC is to increase the productivity of manufacturing sector. Is it clear, children? So this is a contribution. You have to keep in your mind the contribution made by the industrial sector is 17%. You have to note it. Contribution to GDP is 17%, and out of this 10% is coming from mining, quarrying, electricity, gas, etc. Okay, and other East Asian economies contribution was 20 to 35%, and the trend of growth rate in manufacturing sector is 7%. Okay, you can note the trend of growth rate. The trend of growth rate in manufacturing sector is 7%. Is it okay, children? Okay. And over the last decade, it has been 12%. This much only have to be learned about the contribution of a manufacturing sector or industry to national economy. Hope it is clear for all. Next, we can go with another one, another topic. How can we locate industries? What are the factors behind for locating a particular industry in particular region? What are the factors determining location of industry? Very important thing also, locating industry is not as simple, it is complex in nature because several factors should be determined for locating particular industry in a particular region. Okay, children, so we can go with the other topic, industrial location. Write the heading. Write the heading, industrial location. Industrial location. Industrial location. So I have already said it is not a simple process, it is complex in nature. Locating industry is complex in nature. Okay, why it is complex? Yeah, very good, children. Yeah, this is a reason why it is complex in nature. The industrial locations are complex in nature. Several reasons behind this. This is also determining factors of industrial location. Okay, so the factors you have to write, the factors determining, the major factors determining industrial location. The response is coming from your side. Okay, so you can write the factors one by one. First of all, yeah, very good, children, very good. Okay, first of all, or first you are going to start a business, what you people are looking upon or looking at where, or what are the factors you people are looking at to start a business? Very good, children. Okay, the factors, the first factor determining industrial location is availability of raw material. Very good. Availability of raw material. Good, children. Good going. Availability of raw material. The second one is availability of labor. Okay. The able or capable labor should be needed for running a business or running an industry smoothly. Okay. And another one, availability of what? Capital. The children, capital. Okay. And next, good. Infrastructure, proper infrastructural facilities. So this I use the word infrastructural facilities. It should be included, or like electricity, that is power, transportation facilities, everything should be included, communication, banking, everything should be included. That's why I use one word for representing all this. Okay, and another one is, another important thing is what? Market. Okay, market means, what is market? This industry should be located in where these industries are mainly located in highly populated areas or densely populated areas. Then only they will get the proper marketing of their, then only they can what accept or they can receive what proper profit. They can make the profit. Clear? If there is no demand for the product, what will happen? They should face what? Loss. So if they wanted to get maximum profit from their business, one is market is one of the factor and their product should be demanded by all the people. So it is needed what? Capital, labor, enough or abundant raw material. So these are the factors determining industrial location. You can write one by one, 5 points have written here. You can also note the 5 points. So maybe it's a 3-mark question. It's a simple one. You can write any of the 3 points. Factors determining industrial location. Children, note the question. What are the factors determining industrial location? What are the factors determining industrial location? Clear? Yes, transport is also included in this infrastructural facilities. So mainly the industrial sector or manufacturing sector should locate where all these factors or appropriate place where all the factors of industrial locations are or all the factors of productions are available. There most of the industrial sector should be started or established. Okay. And one thing, if industrial sector has or industrial sector is increased or more number of industries is increased in a particular region, what is the impact? Can you say what is the impact in a particular region? More number of industries were started. What is the impact? I couldn't read. What is the impact? Yeah, very good, children. That is the answer. If I think it's you have to take it in a positive sense. Yes, it will be competitive and also very good, children. More employment. Yeah, they will get all the things in one place. Okay, I'm asking about you have to think in a positive way. I got the answer. What is this? Suppose industries. Yeah, more labor. Industry. I am writing industrialization. What do you know about industrialization? Do you know what is industrialization? Yeah, that is the answer, children. So industrialization means increase or increasing the opportunity of industries is known as industrialization. So when more number of industries were established in a particular region, it should create more employment. Okay, employment can be improved. And this employment is increasing. The people should started what? They should started to what? The people should started those who are working in that industry, they should decided or they should started to what? Settle in that particular region. Okay, so almost the people or the laborers will be thinking or they have to be settled nearby industries or nearby working places. So employment is increasing. So this number of employers or this number of laborers should started to what? Settle in that particular region. It should increase what? Industrialization is leading employment. Employment will lead to what is it? Urbanization. Okay, so because people should start to settle in that nearby areas, so if the more population should be increased there, it will be leads to what? Urbanization. Okay. So industrialization is a reason for urbanization. Or in reverse form also you can think urbanization is also a reason for industrialization because they are needed more number of laborers and also they are needed good market. So they should determine or they should decide to start the business in urban areas. Then only they will get or they can collect maximum profit. Okay. So industrialization leads to urbanization. So here also I am going to write the same what you have learned in the beginning. Agriculture and industries are moved hand in hand. Do you remember, children? Agriculture and industries are moved hand in hand. Do you remember? In the first, yes, in the beginning, that is after importance of manufacturing sector, we have learned agriculture and industries are moved hand in hand. You also know the reason why both are exclusive each other. So same here, industrialization or industries and urbanization. Urbanization go or move hand in hand. Okay, the reason is this. First reason is industrialization leading more employment opportunities. So it's a reason why this urbanization should arise in the economy. Not only creating employment opportunities, also these people also providing certain services to industries. Okay, so the reason is one is employment is creating and another one is the cities or the people are also providing certain services. So the what the industries are locating to nearby or more populated areas. Okay, so cities also provides what? Cities provide what? Various activities or various services. Various services such as what are the very good banking, insurance, and very good market, banking, insurance, market, transport, labor, communication, etc. Okay. It is easy to avoid all these factors in urban areas than the rural areas. Suppose they have started any business in rural areas, this is very difficult to find all these factors in one place. So they can improve their productivity where they can get all these factors together or where they will get all these factors at least cost. Okay, that also we have to be noted that all the things should be get at lower cost. If the number of laborers are more or the number of laborers are higher in urban areas, they have to give only little bit of income. If there is any shortage of labor, they have to pay higher salaries. So one of the thing they have to what noted or they have to arranged or should we think about where they will get all these services at least cost. It should be getting only in the urban cities. So that's why industrialization is leading to urbanization or urbanization is a factor for leading to industrialization. Clear, children? And where all these factors or where all these services are getting together to the industrial sector, that process is known as, children, not listen carefully, where all the factors are or they can have all factors together. That is a process and this is known as where they will get all the factors together. That is known as, is that what is this? Agglomeration economies. Clear, children? What is this? agglomeration economies. What do you mean by agglomeration economies, or define agglomeration economies? One more question. Several question paper or several or many of the board exam. This question has asked for 1 mark. What is agglomeration economies? Write the meaning. What do you mean by agglomeration economies? What is the meaning? Many industries came together. Many industries came together or come together. It's no need for came. Come together to make use of the advantages offered by the urban centers. Many industries come together to make use of the advantages offered by the urban centers, known as agglomeration economies. Okay, children, to understand what is agglomeration, many industries come together to make use of the advantages offered by the urban centers. We learned earlier what are the advantages offered by the urban centers. The advantages offered by the urban centers. What are the advantages or services are providing? Many services like banking, insurance, labor, market, transportation facilities, or their infrastructural facilities at least cost. Okay. So these for having all these factors together, or many industries come together to make use of these advantages offered by the urban centers, known as agglomeration economies. Okay. So as we know that in ancient or in the pre-independent India or in the pre-independent period, most manufacturing sectors. Okay, in the pre-independent period, most of the manufacturing industries were located nearer to, in most of the industrial sectors were located nearer to where? Do you know? You just, yeah, very good. The cities in most of the industrial sectors were mainly located. Very good, children. Most of the industrial sectors were located in the pre-independent India, the coastal areas, nearer to the overseas areas. Do you know the reason why? Yeah, very good. It is especially Mumbai, Kolkata, and Chennai. Yeah, very good, children. This is mainly for overseas trade because they were not, or they were not have had enough transportation facilities or proper infrastructural facilities at that time. The only way for transporting the goods and services is what? Shipment, or they were used what overseas trade only. They were established mainly in the pre-independent period. So most of the industries were located nearer to the coastal areas, mainly for overseas trade. Okay, there was no other way for transportation. Only way of what is a waterways is a only system were established in the pre-independent time. So most of the manufacturing sectors were located nearer to the coastal areas, especially Mumbai, Chennai, and Kolkata. Clear, children? For make more clear, or for making simple, we can just write, or we can just represent it in a what diagram form. It is actually not a proper diagram. You can just write how all it will be related. Listen, children. Ideal location of an industry. Ideal location of an industry. So all these can be for better understanding or for better way we can write or we can represent it in a simple what diagram. It is actually not a diagram. We can just make a chart. Ideal location of an industry. First of all, cost of what obtaining, cost of obtaining raw materials at site. Okay, where we will get the raw materials at lower cost. There we should at site means at that particular area. So this is one of the factors should be selected that particular region. Cost of obtaining raw materials at site. Second, cost of production at site. Cost of production at site. First, you have to draw this chart. Next, cost of distribution. Okay, cost of distribution. All this should be determined. Decision to locate. Decision to locate factory at site. Okay, children. All these are the reason for ideal location of an industry. What is the first one? Cost of obtaining raw materials at site. This is the most important one. We should get what? Raw materials at lower cost. And second one is cost of production at site. That also we have discussed earlier. Cost of production means what they should get the laborers at cheap rate, where they will get laborers at cheap rate, or where they will get cheap rate of transportation or banking or some infrastructural facilities like electricity. All these are getting at lower cost. That is the cost of production at site. Second one, cost of distribution. If they are setting up their industries from the far away from the market, it should be more cost for the producers because they have to pay a high cost for distribution, because they have to pay a high cost for transportation to bring all their products into the market. Okay, children. So cost of distribution means it is set up or it was established in a far away from the marketplaces. It's more cost for them to distribute or for paying a high cost for transportation to bring all their products into the market. So cost of distribution. And last, finally, decision to locate factory at site, or they should determine all these things or factors came together to ideal location of an industry. Okay, all this should be come together, and this is known as agglomeration. Clear, children? You just draw it. Okay. Next, another important topic we are going to move about so next we have to learn about classification of industry. From here, the more important topic from the lesson start. Classification of industries. 5 more questions. Right?